You to call all your friends and let them know that Faith Family Values is on the air. I'm here today with my special guest, Dr. Steve Parson from the Richmond Christian Center. Steve, we're so blessed to have you with us.
Oh, glad
God
to be
bless
here.
you. God
Glad
bless
to be
you.
here.
I tell you, in that open entry song, the word says, the world would get no better. It says, wake up, wake up. And tonight we want to just talk about what's happening in the world, what's happening politically, what's happening with Christianity and where we're going. And you've been in ministry for quite some time now. Got a great record of the things of God and how you've experienced of God. So, how do you see things progressing in this environment that we're living in right now, and how we're proceeding as a people, especially within the black community, maybe, And recession is going on, and the election is this year, and all kinds of things is happening. But give your take on it and how things are going on and happening.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the song says. Wake up, everybody.
Yeah.
And the world's not going to be a better place unless we do something.
Right.
See? So, that goes right to the message of faith.
Yeah.
Faith without doing something is dead. Just like the scripture says that even though the word is preached, you got a church on every corner.
Right.
But the word, even though the word is preached, if we don't mix it with faith, meaning if we don't be doers of the word, then it doesn't profit us.
Exactly.
You see, so it's just time to wake up and realize that we've got to do something to bring about change.
Yeah, and from where you and our background come from, it's a lot different than what it is today. So we have to exercise ourselves in the Word, because you go to church a lot of times and people are talking, but you see little faith. You see little faith of people's action. Well, I believe this and I believe this, but you don't see action. And especially in this economy where we have a recession going on, people have to believe God for resources. They have to believe God to sometimes make it to the next level. Usually we had a point where you had people that was in poverty trying to make it, but now in this recession here, you have everybody losing their jobs and different things like that. But God has made a way for us to make it in this life, and it's through His Word. And I agree with you. Hey, it's by faith that we overcome. The Bible says we're more than conquerors through Jesus Christ. And I think 1 John says that, if I can remember my scriptures here, 1 John says, this is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith. And we as Christians have to exercise our faith in the Word. I think we have a call coming in, matter of fact. If it could get my producers to send it through, we'll take that call and see. You're on the air, Faith, Family, Values, and Politics. May I help you?
Yeah. I just want to say, man, I came to Richmond back in '79 with $79 going to Virginia Union.
Okay.
And the Lord, I met Roscoe Cooper. I mean, that's all I had, and I look at young kids now, they talk, well, back when I came up, they had the loans, that you could get money, but I came to Richmond, you talking about faith, with $76. I graduated, I went to Fifth Street Church, they paid my way through school, and so you could make it.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
but I just wanted to throw that out.
Appreciate that, brother.
And I graduated. I didn't graduate cum laude. I graduated thank you, Lordy.
Good testimony.
That's good.
Thank you, sir. That's a good testimony.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I was reading something today about when the Russian Jews and Russians from the Jews from Poland and Russia came over to America. I think we got another call coming in. Let's take this call and then we get back. You're on the air.
Good evening. How you doing?
Fine.
I had a question about Exodus chapter 5.
Okay.
Was it verse 6 through 9?
Okay.
You familiar with that?
Not right off, no. Could you read it if you have it?
I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's talking about the children of Israel being in Egypt and said that Pharaoh took the straw out of the mud when they had to make the bricks to make the pyramids in the cities.
Okay.
I had a question because I asked the other lady that had a show, but I don't think she really understood me.
Okay, what's your question?
When I went to Egypt in 1997, and I visited the structures over there, and I looked at them and I touched them, and they were like solid stones that were carved out of the earth, and these stones were formed in the creation of the earth. So why does it say that they were using mud and straw?
Okay, sir, thank you. To be honest with you, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, if I can say this,
go ahead.
First of all, biblically speaking, these are actual events that did take place in the Bible, but actually, I see Egypt as a type of the world. Pharaoh was a type of Satan. Israel was a type of the children of God. You see, and they were taken captive, and they were in bondage to hard labor and work and the taskmaster for 430 years. Mm-hmm. But it actually got to a point where God said that's enough, and God delivered them. God delivered them out of captivity of Egypt, which was a type of us being delivered out of the captivity of the world.
That's right, yeah.
And Satan. Yeah. So I see that whole incident in the Bible as a type of salvation.
Yeah. The Bible says, the Old Testament is a type and a shadow of things to come. Mm-hmm. Back to our subject we was talking about earlier. We talked about in the black community how much we've progressed over the number of years we've been here. I remember when the Jews from Poland and Russia came over to America, they came over with nothing but the clothes on their back. Mm-hmm. But look at them today, how they've progressed compared to African Americans.
Oh my goodness.
How we have progressed. It hasn't changed much. And could we blame it on our black skin? Could we blame it on our racism? Or could we blame it on them having the tenacity to work hard, to make a living, rather than receiving stuff from the government?
Oh my goodness, you're hitting on something. You're hitting on something here now. Yeah. First of all, let me just say this. Out of the total population in the world, only 1% of the world's population are Jews.
Wow.
Of that 1%, they're the wealthiest people in the world.
Wow.
Okay? And they don't play the blame game, basically. Right. And see, one thing about the Jews, or I can actually say the children of Abraham,
right,
is they were brought up, get an education, but learn a skill, craft, trade, and a business.
Come on, yeah.
Are you with me?
Well, yeah.
And not be dependent upon anybody giving you anything.
Come on, yeah.
So see, the Jews today are business owners.
That's right.
You see, they're people who believe that they're the children of God. God is with them, and God's given them the ability to generate their own income.
Wow.
So what that does is it's created a mindset with the Jews that they're not dependent upon anybody giving them a job.
Yeah.
They create their own jobs.
Yeah.
And they run businesses. And I think that's where we as the black children of God, because see, if you're a Christian, you're the child of Abraham, right?
That's right.
So watch this. This is how we're brought up.
Okay.
And then you got to realize this, that black Americans were a product of African American slavery.
That's right.
And see, one of the things that I found out through reading, I've read a couple books. One's called The Miseducation of the Negro.
Okay.
By Carter G. Woodson, who is the father of African American history. There's another book called Ethnic America. But one of the things that they both brought out was that during the time of the Emancipation Proclamation, the slave owners used to get with other slave owners. And this is what they used to teach them, Gilbert.
Okay.
They used to say, teach the Negro how to work, but never let him learn how to take care of himself.
Exactly.
Watch this. Yeah. Keep him dependent on us for a job.
Yeah.
And then we never have to be concerned about him running away.
Right.
We don't need no chains, fences around him, because he doesn't know how to take care of himself without a job.
Right.
You see, so what's that resulted in today? Unlike any ethnic race in America, we only have 2% of us that are self-employed or business owners. Yeah. 2%. Are you with me? And we're the poorest, according to the United States Census Bureau.
We go to church more than anybody.
Oh, my goodness. Don't we go to church? Church on every corner.
Yeah.
Are you with me? We're the biggest consumers in the world.
Yeah.
But we don't own nothing. We don't create our own businesses. We don't buy and sell to one another. We don't have a mindset of taking care of one another.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's a learning lesson that we need to do. But the bottom line is that we need to come to a point to where we generate our own income.
Got a call. You're on the air. Faith Works.
Let me throw something on you, young brother.
Okay.
You ever heard of liberation theology?
I think I have.
Okay. Well, that's where you talked about making brick without straw. What's happening to black folks today? They want you to work on jobs without benefits, and they want you to do certain things without any type of. They trying to tear up all the unions. I'm from West Virginia.
Okay.
And so when I came up, if you didn't have unions that helped make the black middle class, there's a great disparity amongst black folks now. And so I listen to the young brother. What I'm saying is that that's a misnomer, my brother. That Pharaoh know what he doing. Pharaoh ain't dead. These big business corporate people, they want you to, as long as they make money and you don't make no money, that's cool.
Okay.
So I just want to throw that on you.
Pastor Parson, you let me address that?
Yeah. Well, see, this is what we need to realize, is that out of the top 100 millionaires in the country, 80% of them are business owners. The other 20% inherited their wealth from their parents. Okay? Listen, 99% of the wealth of the world is controlled by 1% of the population. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about that 1%. They're business owners. Okay? We are wage earners. Okay? And what I mean by that is this. We are people that need people to give us a job.